Welcome back again to Danny's Dehydration Station. And as you can see by what I'm holding, I have a beautiful container of black cherry high protein Siggy's yogurt. This is actually one of my favorite yogurts, mainly because there is a small amount of sugar compared to most yogurts, and there's a lot of protein. Now, if you're worried about the protein, I know there's the thing about the crickets, but as you're noticing here in the ingredients, we don't have that. It's skim milk, which will make it better for dehydrating. You've got your cherries, which is why we're going to blend it up, and of course the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Not much I got to say there. So yeah, as you can see, it's got many benefits to it. Those of you who are completely killing off sugar, this may not be one of the best ones. I would go with the grass-fed, plain, but this is a nice treat. But as you can see, the date that is best before is today. This is today's date. Merry Christmas, by the way, for those who I didn't get a chance to say it to. Better late than never. Anyway, so what we want to do is we're going to take this yogurt. We're going to put it in the container. I am going to get this lighting and all this stuff figured out. Don't mind my beautiful paint can. It's one of the projects I do in the background. So I'm going to mix this up a little bit with my good old trusty dusty, better not be dusty, spatula. Me and my 12th marbles. I just washed my mouth. I can't do a darn thing with it, so bear with me. Nothing new, right? So we're going to get this all in here. Now, the reason we want to puree this is because there are pieces of fruit in here. There you go. You can see that little piece of cherry right there. I'm going to get that in there before it falls somewhere else. Everywhere but in the container seems to be the story of my life, but that's okay. So we want to puree it because if we don't puree it, what's going to happen is we're going to have all these uneven drying times throughout the yogurt. And I think I mentioned this to you when I was doing the plain yogurt, where the fruit, it'll be wet and soppier in that area surrounding the fruit than it will be, where just the rest of the ordinary, one texture yogurt will be. So this is why we're doing this. We're going to put it into I use a magic bowl. It doesn't matter what you use as long as it purees, blends, mixes, whatever's to the point that everything is one uniform consistency. That's what we're looking for. So, okay, guess that's going to fall over. That's fine. We'll just put that out of the way. And it can fall over there. Okay, lid. Here we go. Gonna make a bit of a mess. Grab our magic bullet with a little bit of extension cord I have left, and here we go. Getting violent here. I can still feel pieces of fruit, so I don't want to stop until I'm really sure. Let's take that off the container, give it a good shake one more time. It's a little thick, so it's kind of hard, and you might not get it perfect. There might be a few little pieces of skin there that you can't do anything about. Okay, I think that's about got it. Worst case scenario, it doesn't. And guess what? I forgot my roll-up mat in the kitchen because I washed it up, and I'm going to have to take a little bit of a breather here. I'll be right back. Okay, found it, as you can see, all cleaned up. Oh crap, and I went and I took my yogurt container back into the kitchen with me when I went to get the mat. And you know what I did? I forgot to bring the spatula back with me to help spread this out. So bear with me. I will return again. All right. You try to get yourself all organized. You figure you got everything in place, and then there's that oopsie. So here you go. If you thought I was professional, boy, were you mistaken. Okay, so what we're doing is we're just going to spread this out as consistent as we can. About 1/8 of an inch if you can get it that. I'm using a bigger spatula than I did when I was doing the plain yogurt because I'm feeling like I'm going to get a better job out of this. And I don't know that I'm going to get it all on this one mat or not, but I'm thinking I can. So there's not really much special. Again, if you're a cake decorator and you're good at icing, then this will be right up your alley. As you can see, I'm not. And that's okay. That I'm good at many things, but I am not good at everything. So here we go. I'm not sure I'm going to get every last little bit of this on here, but I'm going to try for it. And it may mean that my drying time is going to be a little longer if it's a bit thicker, and that's okay. You may find the same thing too. Not a big deal. Again, when it comes to the drying times, you know, I always love when people say, oh, it takes this amount of time and that amount of time. I've had times where my powders take 24 hours to do. So don't worry about what it says. It's just a general guideline, very much like a scale. You can step on a scale, 135 pounds full of muscle, and you can score them into a size 1 outfit, or you can step on the scale at 135 pounds and you're wearing a size 7 or 8, and there isn't any muscle. So, because as you know, muscle weighs more than fat. I'm not sure even why we got onto that subject, because I guess it's one of those squirrel moments. I'm really good at that. Okay, I think I've gotten about as much as I can on here. It looks pretty good. I'm all right with that. No, it's not perfect, but nothing is. So a little bit of fussing. That's all I'm going to do. Just a tad more fussing. Get it into that corner there, a little flatter. There, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to eat the rest. Poor me. All right. That being said, I'm going to see if I can't slide one of two things here. I guess I'm going to move you and the stand. I'm working on limited resources here, guys. Sorry. Okay, so I have put it on top of my machine. And if you remember, I have said before, you want at least 4 racks on your dehydrator to get the proper airflow. So there we go. I'm probably going to find something in the house to put on these 4 racks because, again, the machine's running. I want to be able to make the most out of it. I see I managed to get some messes on top of my lid here. It was upside down over there. That's okay. Oh, there's some mandarin powder. All right. There we go. That looks better. So we're going to, I got to take you out of the stand for this. I'm going to try and do it smoothly. Here we go. We're going to bring this down to about 115. I wouldn't go any higher than that. They say 110 to 115. If you're going to run it like a long time, then I would lean towards the 110. But seeing as it's somewhere around noonish, 12:30, I'm going to go ahead and let it run at the 115. If I still need to run it all night, then I'm going to turn it down to 110. So that's all I have on this for the moment. And when we come back, we'll take a look at how that looks. And it's going to be a while from now. So enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back at another time to finish this off. Bye for now. So a little over 4 hours has gone by, and I realized today as I was getting packages ready to go out that I had said to you that the yogurt was, best before date was today, the 28th, but today is actually the 27th. So yes, I still have tubs of other yogurts in the fridge as well that I need to work my way through, but they have a little more forgiving time on the expiry or best before date than this particular packet or carton did. So as we take off the extra shells, you'll notice it's really crackled up. Now that got my attention because when I did the plain yogurt, it took quite a long time just to get it to dry into like break apart sheets. I should probably go and get you that package to show you in comparison. In fact, I did. So you can see it looks like desert surface there, like the Nevada, what do they call those flat plains where they do the racing. That's the plain yogurt, and you notice it's not all shattered like that. I had to actually break it up into sheets, and I'm still kind of contemplating whether I'm going to take that down further or just take it with me hiking next time I go out. So what I did notice in that observation is that the plain yogurt, this was a grass-fed yogurt, it's in one of my other videos, it has a higher fat content than this yogurt. So not only did it take way less time, it dried to a very nice texture, I guess is the word I'm looking for, where I can powder that. And I get excited when I can powder things because they're easier to store. So some of this is breaking loose, some of it's still a little bit clingy. So I'm just going to kind of work my way through and just kind of gently maneuver. Now see, some of this is sticky a little bit. See that there? I'll bring this up closer. This is not quite done. It has the illusion of being done, but this piece is bendy and crumbly, but not dry yet. So even though only 4 hours has gone by, we're going to put this back, and a little bit that we could flip, we did, we will. The rest, you know, as I'm trying to manipulate it, you can see the surface of that piece there. It's smeared. It has no interest. It's sticking to my thumb. So we have a ways to go yet. But that's what it's going to look like. The lower the fat content in the yogurt, the quicker this is going to go, just so you know. All right, so we'll keep going, and I'm pretty sure that before night is out, we will be powdering this up. So we'll be back for that. Well, again, many more hours has gone by, and I have been stirring and flipping, and here's a bigger piece. Listen carefully. Oh, I didn't snap as loud as I wanted. But as you can see, it is very dry, very crumbly. Nothing is sticking. I've stirred it a couple more times. All these little pieces since I last spoke with you here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use a piece of paraffin paper. Paraffin wax. No, parchment paper. I will get this right yet. There we go. And I'm going to pull this off the top. And we're going to just, this is kind of my cheat. If I want to get it all off the sheet and I want to get it into a container, sometimes I have to use something to hold the corner down or two. So we'll do that. That'll work. And I just dump it all onto a piece of paper like so. Make sure the last little bits are off. Little pieces. There we go. I think we got that all. Looks good. Oh, another little crumb. There we go. All right, set that aside. And the reason I like to use the parchment paper, see, I got it right this time, is it's just really easy to curl it up, get my wrist out of the way, hold it like so, and then just pour it into my container that I'm going to use to grind it up. And I can use that paper for something else later. I'll probably make myself another a fruit roll-up tray out of it. You've seen that in another video, because I only have one, and sometimes I need to do more than what one can hold. So that's my improvisation. Anyway, you can hear the crunchy in there. We're going to grind that up. Hang on, got to move you closer to that. We'll get this right yet. All right, grind her up. I'm still hearing pieces in there. See, if we look very closely, I guess it's kind of hard to see on the camera. I need just a little longer. That's why I like to kind of hold it on its side. Seems to help. Move it a little bit. Okay, let's see if that did the trick. Well, I think I'd like to go a little longer. It smells nice. It smells like fresh yogurt. That's the entertaining part. Bear with me. Let's get this down to a good powder. Hang on. I do have a magic bullet, but it's actually in storage because I actually thought we were going to be moving, and then we did the COVID thing, and then the economy thing, and everything changed, as you probably all know. So anyway, here we have it. It's a beautiful powder, as you can see. It smells wonderful. And if I wanted to rehydrate that, I would just add water. I could, as you can see, it's still a little bit coarse. You could blend that even finer if you wanted to, but this will work. And I'm going to put it into a nice little mason jar with that packet of desiccant. You know what? Actually, before I do this, there is a step that I should be doing that I almost forgot. And let's just bring that into play, because sometimes when you grind it up, it's always a good idea to put it right back on the dehydrator. I found another crumb. To make extra super uber duper certain that it has indeed all dried. So let's just bring that back into play. And I'm going to just sprinkle this all over the surface. Besides, yeah, and we're not going to dry the desiccant pack. I'm pretty sure that's dry enough. We'll take that out of the picture. There we go. Put it back in the jar. I'm just going to shimmy this around a little bit. Don't want to get it too flying around, but enough to kind of get a better spread. A gooder spread? Yeah, English is great today. Okay, let me back up a little bit here. There, that's a better view for you. You can see what it looks like now on the whole scheme of things. And that is still a super dry powder, but I want to give it just a little longer to be on the super safe side. So we're going to give that a few more hours. And then I don't think I need to give you another demo on how to put that in the jar and seal it up from there. But that's going to be the plan. It's all going to fit in this little jar. So there's a half a tub of yogurt. That's what that is. A half a tub of yogurt fits into this little jar. You've got all the benefits still there. The flavor, wonderful. If I want to throw this into a cake mix or something, I can. If I want to change the texture, or maybe even a cookie dough, but I highly doubt I'm going to do that. Pudding, you could throw that in there. Again, back to my protein smoothies I love to do. I could throw that in there if I wanted to do something really wild and different. But more than anything, I can put it in a jar, and then down the road, if for whatever reason I really want yogurt and there is none available, I can rehydrate that, and I have some. So that's all there is to that. I hope this is helpful for you. I have no idea what I'm going to dehydrate for you next, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely weird, wild, and wonderful again. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you like this video, amateurish as it is, please kick that like button. Or yeah, try that again. Hit the like button. There we go. And let me know what you thought about it in the comments. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks, everyone. Take care. And we'll see you in the next episode of Danny's Dehydration Station. Bye for now.